Welcome to Trading Nation. I'm Brian Sullivan. Joining us now, Tom Lee, founder of Fundstrat Global Advisors. Tom, we like having you on because you could talk about a lot of stuff here. Equities, we might get to them, but I want to focus, if we can, on crude oil. I mean, listen, OPEC making a 9-month production cut deal. The market could care less. Oil continues to trade weekly, down again on Wednesday. What's your take on this and what it might mean for everything else?
Yeah, thanks, Brian. I think our investors and our clients are overly pessimistic on oil because I think, one, the market is coming into balance. I know people focus on what's happening with production cuts and quotas, but one of the ways to find out if the market believes we're coming into balance is to look at how much the futures market's in either backwardation or contango.
Okay, and for the uninitiated out there, explain what backwardation and contango are.
Yeah, it's the relationship. The way we use it is the relationship between the spot market and the 24-month contract, because we have to remember most
You look at 24 months out then?
Yes.
Okay.
And the idea is that oil isn't all consumed today, so you want to know where the future price is. And when the spot price is at a discount to the future, that's contango, and it's considered an oversupplied market. We're approaching a flip into backwardation, meaning that the spot price is approaching and may soon exceed the 24-month contract. That's normally a market imbalance, and we've made a huge amount of progress from contango to backwardation in the past year.
Yeah, and it's interesting, too, because under contango, you've got an incentive to kind of hoard oil, to store it. You know, we heard about all those, sort of old super tankers sitting off coast filled with oil everywhere. Backwardation is a different story. It does not breed optimism. Are you necessarily then negative on crude oil? I know you're not a commodity guy, but oil has impacted other parts of the market, so I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of ways to view backwardation. I think backwardation can be seen as a market that's well balanced because people are willing to pay more for spot than they are for future deliveries. And so even though it may be tougher for some of the producers because they can't hedge oil into the future, it really speaks to a market that's better in balance. And I think one of the reasons is consumption and demand has been growing steadily every year.
Quickly to the other topic, which is one that I've written about this on my Facebook page, which is the narrowness of the market. Art Cashin actually said he was wary of it. I used that exact word a couple of weeks ago as well, that 15 or so stocks are dominating most trading, and just 5 stocks are about 40% of some of the gains in the S&P and the NASDAQ 100. That's great on the way up. Does it worry you about what may happen on the way down, or is it perfectly healthy?
Brian, I don't think it's healthy.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. If you take FANG and you strip it out of all the other sectors, and then you add technology, okay, so you just got 2 cores, FANG and tech, that's 65% of the S&P move this year. Even though people talk about the market being broad, it's incredibly narrow. In fact, in many ways, it's an echo of 2015. And as you know, in 2015, we did well in the first half. It was awful in the second half. And the only safe place to be in 2015 was FANG.
Yeah, you think that's the case now? Still?
It's hard to escape that there's a lot of things coming together. The PMIs haven't been strong. They've been weakening since February. The yield curve's flattened a lot. I think there's risk that policy and healthcare reform delays are going to slow capital spending, and so that's why we could have a soft patch coming up, and that would set up for a 2015 scenario.
All right, Tom Lee of Fundstrat Global Advisors. Tom, certainly a lot going on right now, tech and oil, 2 things to watch. We appreciate your time on Trading Nation. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Brian.
Talk to you soon. Folks, thank you for watching Trading Nation. I'm Brian Sullivan. We'll see you next time.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.